Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about how to set up your live streams to have that professional video and audio quality that everyone's looking to get. So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Brian. This is my motorcycle adventure channel where we do reviews, we do travel videos, we do installs. And for 2022, we're going to be adding a creator side of this channel. So I'm going to be doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff, show you how I do, how I work on my creation stuff, how I do my video editing, how my studio is set up, how my live streams are set up, how I produce my podcast. I thought that'd be really helpful for a lot of people to expand my content beyond just the basic motorcycle community. I get a lot of questions even in the motorcycle community of how do you set up your live streams? What do you do? What's the equipment you use? So we're going to go through the basics of how I set up my live stream. I use Streamyard currently. It outputs at 720p, but I do use all 1080p gear. And I wanted to show you a little bit about what I'm doing, my studio microphone, my lights, so you can get an idea of what's involved in producing a video like this, at this quality. So first things first, and I'm going to, first things first, this is the Shure softbox from Shure. I bought this off of Amazon. It's a 24-inch softbox. It runs about $30, I think, on Amazon. I'm going to put links to everything in the description. It's powered by a GVM light. Can't say enough about their quality of their lights. They're extremely affordable. They usually have a lot of buy one, get one free deals. I think I paid $156 for the light, two lights rather, and two stands. So I thought that was a really good value. And then you just want to add the softbox. So the other thing we're running here then is going to be the Shure Mb7 microphone. Absolutely love this microphone. Gives you really good quality. It's a USB and an XLR mic. I use it with USB because it's a simpler option. I think for live streaming, you want to get a quality mic, but you don't necessarily have to go to a higher end Shure or other microphones. I was using a Blue Yeti before and I had sort of mixed success with it. Since moving to the Shure, I've had a lot of really good compliments, and I feel that the audio and represents the quality that I'm trying to achieve at this point. The other thing that I'm running is a Canon RP, and that Canon RP currently, as it sits here, has a 24-105 f4L lens, but I normally use my 35 1.8 lens on it because I like to have that offset shot where it's an off angle of my face, and we'll get to that in a second. That's running through a wall-powered cable, so you have consistent power all the time, so you don't have to worry about your battery running out during a live stream. And that's running with a clean HDMI out and running into an Elgato Cam Link. The Elgato Cam Link's really a great tool because it helps you, or rather it helps the stream and the computer process your video in real time. And by processing it in real time, it takes the load off the computer and it gives you a much more professional and a consistent look. Streamyard, as I was saying earlier, only does, currently with the plan I have, output at 720p. I don't think the quality is quite there compared to what Zoom was at 720p. But again, that's just my opinion and everyone may vary. The other thing that I do have, and you won't be able to see it because it is off screen, or actually you may be able to see it here. I have my modem in my office and it's hardwired to my computer, so I don't have to worry about any sort of glitch or any sort of lag you're getting from Wi-Fi that's not consistent. It's always giving me the best signal I can get, and that's really the key for live streaming. If you're going to live stream, make sure you're hardwired. I can't suggest that enough. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin around and I'm going to show you what this setup looks like and some of the things that I really like. So this is now my setup as my viewers see me during my live stream with my Mb7 Shure. I really like the audio quality that this microphone provides. As you can hear the difference when it changed from my lapel mic, which is a purple Panda, on a Rode wireless. You can hear the audio difference right away. This microphone sounds more professional. It sounds cleaner. It sounds richer. You can see too that I have the softbox off here to the side. That's where that predominant light's coming. And it's giving me a consistent, clean look. One of the things I'll be doing in my next video is putting up a background. So I'm going to buy some shelves and I'm going to put some lighting in there and really try and up the game. The idea between that is if you're listening to a podcast, especially a video podcast, you want it to be interesting and you want it to be interactive. And you also want to keep it visually appealing to the eye because let's face it, this gray wall isn't exactly as appealing. I personally like to have the offset of the camera here. So normally when I'm live streaming, I'm facing my screen and I'm talking like this. It's a little bit offset. You don't kind of feel like you're in the face, but the viewer can still see your expression. You can still engage with your interviewee. I really like the RP, the Canon RP. You don't have to use the Canon RP. Like I said before, there's a lot of cameras out there on the market now that will allow you to live stream. What you're looking for is one that has a clean HDMI out. You're going to be noticed, and I can move here so the back camera can see me. If you can see that focus screen, that's because it's not a clean HDMI out because I wanted to record with the camera. But I can change the HDMI out to be clean so you won't see the record on the screen. You won't see any of those options. And obviously that's going to give it a much professional look because you don't want the focusing box chasing you around. It's very distracting. I went ahead too and purchased this Frameworks arm. So my desk doesn't have the ability to clamp on. The edges are too small. So I put this mount on here. I got this off of Amazon. I want to say it was about $70. And then the monitor that I use, the audio, for my audio monitoring, I use the Audio-Technica headphones. I really like these headphones a lot. They're very clean, they're very flat, and I have it plugged into my Shure microphone, so I have a zero delay. So when I'm talking, I can monitor myself and the person. If you ever hear people that do live streams and they're not using headphones, there's this weird sort of echo if they're, not echo, but there's this slight lag if they're doing an interview where you're kind of stepping over each other. That avoids that because I'm monitoring my audio in real time. And that's also important as you up your production level. You want to make sure that you sound the best you can. And if there's a flaw in the audio or something comes into the audio from the outside, you're going to be able to hear it in real time and you're going to be able to correct it rather than the live stream being over and you realize there's an audio issue. So the other thing I'm going to be doing shortly is adding a background to this. I'm going to move the camera around a little bit for my podcast when it restarts, my Beyond the Rider podcast series when it starts back up in January. And I'm going to be doing a lot of live streams as well. So of the podcast and live streams, they're probably going to alternate weeks, but they'll also be available in podcast form as well. I'm going to be putting shelves up here in the background. What I'm going to be doing is putting some kind of cool things, some motorcycle stuff that people have given me, my kids, just some kind of cool stuff back there, some lighting, just to give it a more professional, intimate effect that when you're watching me speak, it looks a little bit more engaging and it's not just this blank wall. I really want to build something that has a really engaging feel to it and some lighting to it that looks professional and appealing. I think it's those sort of production things that you add in that really do make a huge difference. So like I said, my channel is basically a motorcycle channel, or has been, and my podcast, which is motorcycle related and learning about motorcycle creators beyond what they do in companies. Learning about them personally and beyond the riders, what the series is called, and that's the idea. Well, the other thing I'm going to be adding in 2022 is I want to be adding a lot more production stuff. I want to show you how I have my Canon RP set up, how I have, how I do my field work, how I do some other things, how I'm going to set up my podcast studio. So I really wanted to just kind of set this up for you as an introductory video and really gauge your reaction and see what you think. To me, I think it's really important to show the creative process from start to finish. It's something that I do in my professional life, so I thought it would be interesting to sort of engage you and show you sort of the behind the scenes and answer the questions that I get a lot in private IMs about how I do things, what equipment I use. So I hope you found this interesting. If you did, leave me a comment and let me know, hey, Bri, could you do a video series on this or a video on that? I can do a video on how I'm going to build my background if that's going to be interesting to you and how I'm going to set that up. This is really about bringing engagement, and my microphone is falling down. The clamp on this thing's a little tough, and once you move it, you got to really kind of crank on it. So that's not as professional. You want to make sure you fix that. But I really wanted to show you a little bit of behind the scenes and give the newer creators an idea of what I do, how I do it. And if you find it interesting, let me know. I can do a series on anything you like, but I really want to sort of cover beyond just the motorcycle category and expand more into the tech stuff. I use a lot of gimbals. I use sliders. I do all sorts of things that are going to be a little bit different than obviously a motorcycle channel. But I thought it would be a really good challenge for me and very helpful to the community to share those things, and hopefully it brings value. So I'd really appreciate your comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's a video on a specific topic you would like to see, white balance, lighting, audio, all that. Happy to produce that for you guys if that's going to be helpful. So that's really all I had. I hope you found this interesting for my current subscribers. I appreciate you watching this. I know this is going to be a little bit different than my normal motorcycle content, but I really do think it's going to be helpful to the community. And to all you new folks that are stopping by the channel, thank you so much. I hope you'll consider subscribing. If you're into motorcycle content and travel content and reviews, we have plenty of that. But I'm also going to be adding these technical things. So if you're into that, please consider subscribing, give this video a like, and leave a comment and let me know. Also, don't forget to ring that bell so you'll know when I drop videos. In 2022, I'm going to be changing my release schedule while actually starting with this video to Mondays, probably around 5 or 6 at night Eastern Standard Time. It's going to free up some flexibility for what I'm doing and provide a better, a unique following or a larger audience, I guess you could say. So anyway, I'm rambling, but I just wanted to show you my setup. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, again, please hit the thumbs up. I appreciate you watching, and I hope you'll follow along with this series and help me share the ways I create and in hopes that I can give back to the community. Guys, I hope you're well, having a safe and happy holiday season, and please remember, you're not alone. Thanks for watching.